Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So I'm going to get this stuff here better. It's funny, I feel like some kind of forces are against me when it comes to this technology, but I don't care. I'm still, keep sending my messages. It'll get better. Just bear with me. Then I'd like to thank everyone who's made a donation or who's booked a private, reading with me, a donation to my channel. Thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate you a lot. I'll take a second here to try to encourage you. Maybe if I can even inspire you to give, to donate to the Empress and her lovely family. It's Christmas time, so if you have it, if you don't mind sharing it, if you're looking for someone, to receive it, that's the person, you want to pay attention to. And I would appreciate that also a great deal, So that let me get into my channeling mode and welcome everybody. The energies that I want to channel, this here is going to be a little bonus for me, is the M's energy when it comes to the F. So how are the M's, feeling for their divine feminine? I love you. Clear. I know. This year I can literally hear you, yes, I know that he loves me, or she. We will see each other again. I want to clarify this. I know. This here are so like contradictory that I got to take it back, But there's a message here. Some of them love you despite the fact that they're with somebody else, whether this energy here, I personally do not like it, what I just described, because I feel like, if your divine masculine was fair, he would not spend, his time with the karmic or with you. If he has a dilemma, he would keep to himself, But some of them here with somebody else tell you, yes, I know I'm seeing somebody else, you're still my life and I still love you, The moon, that there's that depression, people, that I can feel, like for divine masculines. Definitely. No, if it's not a depression, what is it, baby? New love. For some of you, this guy here, he's hiding the fact that he's trying to is different than rekindling something. You would understand. It's more like, let's start anew. Believe me. I need to clarify this. No. I don't want to lose you. I hope you heard what I just told you, but I can still feel that energy, like, him depressed over this thing. No, he does not want to lose you. And I'm telling you, his love for you, you gotta check for the feelings or like the cup energy that's going to flow in this reading, Let's go on. Soul love. Yeah, I can feel that love. But it's different here. It's let me tell you how different it is. It's the type of love that you give people. Believe me, this guy cannot find it anywhere else. I got too many cards, but it says awakening, nourish, and there is only light. I'll keep them because I'll tell you why. I can feel the awakening of certain, divine masculines. And believe me, people, this nourish card, you got to nourish yourself at the moment, DFs. And DM has to invest or to commit to you. And the card, yet again, there's only light. I need one more card from the other deck, but bear with me. Insight. I can see it to that moon energy. And even to I know. Let's see. These cards will guide me. Ask your soul. here is funny, a funny energy. One more card, manifestation. This reading would speak, you know, for itself, but let's go on. I want you back. I know that. I can see it. I can see it to the other cards. Let's, you know, really start the reading. That magician energy, people. If it was up to me, if he were up to me, my DM, he'd be a magician, people. And we would, like, you know, amaze each other with the gifts that we have, you know. But I'm liking the energy. This guy here, he makes the impossible happen. And I can tell you something, DMs find themselves in the chaser energy. So check your energy. By now, you should be somewhat of a runner, you know, DFs. Yeah. Some DM is going to amaze you, people, because himself cannot deny, you know, the connection anymore. And some of them are definitely chasing you now. I can tell you something, this idea of karma is very real, you know, for your person, and it's being served like right now, where he finds himself, you know, in that heartbreak type of energy. And I hope that you heard me. Yeah, that moon energy, you better believe your DM is depressed, you know. It's funny, it is time for something. I can see it here, even to that 10 of swords and the justice card, and even the magician, you know. For those who know this whole like binary code, this would be like a clear yes, you know. You see all these major arcanas? Yeah, it's time for something. That new love. It's time for this new love here. I can tell you that, you know, and normally you'd be able to feel it too. And your DM is like he's judging, like, you know what, this is what I want. And yet again, that energy that I'm feeling, you know, of him, your DM is not doing well for the moment. And believe me, you know, he's like emotions for you are getting the best of him. Whether he can understand it, you know, or not, doesn't even matter here, quite frankly. It's funny. Him also, he's psychic, believe me, people. I know it to that moon energy and even the star. He's psychic about this new love or like this new beginning with you. And that there, it would make so much sense, you know, if you've reached that point yourself. This type of like downloads or vision, yes, you get, you know, when you are a little bit in that moon energy. And definitely not when you're happy, you know. That's exactly what's happening to him. In his depression, he's getting like messages or like visions of this new love here. But this here is the psychic aspect of things. And yet again, your DM being in that 9 of Pentacles energy, it's steady. Lets me know he's ready, people. That's what I figured, you know, lately. So let me go on. Let me check this camera here. Because, you know, I've been dealing with that whole thing. Let me go on. That union. He's holding on to this concept there with you. And you would know that. I can see it to the judgment card, you know, if the guy decides he wants to talk to you. If he calls you, it's because your guy is like holding on to this union with you. He can't let it go. And a little bit he feels it, you know, slipping, so he's ready to take action. Some of them, this is a really cute message, you know, they will hide the fact from you that they've been working on themselves, you know, because they love you, or that they're committed to themselves and even to you, but you can see that idea of like hiding it, you know. This here, I don't know the word in English, but it's a little bit of like being timid, you know, but when it comes to like expressing your feelings, you know, if you know what I mean. Let me clarify that Seven of Swords. Do you see what I'm trying to tell you? Some of them cannot let go of this union with you, and they're coming to actually talk to you. And you better believe me when I tell you, you know, the guy is hiding inside what he feels, and especially his plan, people. I can even see it here to the Eight of Pentacles. That commitment, because of the feelings, you know, that he has for you, to stick to you forever, people. This here is like a happy ever after. That's what he wants, whether he says it, you know, or not. But that's not for everybody. You would understand. Let me go on. That connection yet again. He can feel and know it to the moon energy here, and all this like major arcana, and that Queen of Cups here. It feels like it's not even my energy, and you know how much I'm attached to it, you know, by now. Your DM, he can feel the connection between you two. I'm telling you, it's like once the moon, you know, literally starts talking to you, yeah, you become psychic, you know. And I know it's happening at night, you know, for him. Though you would see that the Nine of Swords energy is closer to what I'm trying to explain, you know. That energy of being in regrets, and I will tell you is because now he can see a little bit the connection between you two, and especially his feelings for you are being activated, believe me. Some of them can now, you know, like see a little bit the connection, and they regret this separation, you know, with you. I know why he's regretting that. It's because the karma is onto him, you know, which is why he's in that, you know, Three of Swords energy. Let him regret it. And I'm not saying this the wrong way. You should know that by now, you know. It's more like give him a chance to grow, you know. But I can tell you, I feel it through these cards here. Your DM, he's not doing well for the moment. You see that again? I'm telling you. You see that again? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Your DM is not doing well for the moment. I can feel it, you know, and you would see that energy of being wounded, of being in the dark night of the soul. And I can tell you this card here is actually in reverse. Like, you know what? His energy is so low that you can't even feel it, you know, if you're really psychic. One last card here. This here, I can't even... This here, I can tell you, from the Nine of Wands to the Ten of Wands is literally like the next step for him. And the one that is going to be difficult for him, people. I know the cards that are coming after this. You know, it's an idea of like moving on. I can tell you for some of them it's just difficult, you know, because they cared for their karmic. They found some kind of like emotional stability, you know, with their karmic. The energy does not change. I can see regrets because of this connection and because of a separation or a break, you know, between you guys. I can see his pain, the dark night of the soul, and I can even feel the weakness, you know, of his energy. The thing that remains for some of them is that, you know, the karmic plays like a significant role, you know, in their lives. I can see it here. That's the real burden that's onto him, you know. But I'm telling you, you can do this in a fair way. I understand that some of them do not want to hurt, you know, the karmic. But they should be careful about hurting you. Because you know what, today for you, tomorrow, I mean, the person you're with today, tomorrow, you know, they can be history, but you, because of the connection you have, believe me, this thing here is a little bit like it's forever. It's not just a little bit. But he does not want to accept that, people. he feels conflicted. I'll tell you about just leaving this one karmic here for some of you, and you would know it would resonate with you. And I can tell you something, I don't like sharing my energy with karmics, but the karmics may very well be like a Queen of Cups, you know. I know I can feel her. So let me go on. I can tell you something, whether he wants to leave for some of them, this karmic here that he truly cared for, that he was actually stable with, emotionally stable with, whether he wants to or not, he will be given no choice, you know, because leaving this very karmic is part of his like divine mission or like divine path, you know, if anything. You see what I'm trying to tell you? That choice, you know, between you two. To me, he can do it the fair way, and I know it to that Three of Wands, like, you know, the idea of being divine and doing divine things. Some of them have to understand they are allowed to care for this karmic for whatever history they got together. But you're there, you know, on the other side, you know, and he got to be careful how he balances, you know, or like what he decides, believe me, because it's going to have consequences, this thing here. And I told you in the beginning about that, you know. I need one more card, but the thing is telling me is that, you know, he decides that he'd rather take like this new love over this karmic situation that he's living. And I hope that you heard me. This is crazy, I'll tell you. That Nine of Swords energy, I know it's here, and I need one last card, and that's it. This thing here is going to manifest, people. I can see it here. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles is already out, so this here will stand for it, you know. I can tell you something, it's really crazy, but believe me, it can be reduced to this decision here that your DM cannot seem to make. I'm telling you, he'll be forced to. You can see the energy. He'll be trapped in this like Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands energy. And it's not the first cycle like since May that our DMs, you know, find themselves in this energy here. I can tell you something, this new love for some of you is going to happen, you know. And I can see it here to this like Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, like, you know. But the guy, the ones who are really ready, he's not going to tell you up front, like, you know, I want to marry you, that's my plan. He'll talk to you about a new concept, you know, of love between you two, and I know that there will happen, you know, to some of you. Yeah. And believe me, the guy is reaching out just to spend time with you, and I'm sorry for being tongue-tied, you know. That's what I can see here. Reaching out in order to spend time with you. This here has nothing to do with sexual energy, people. I know it to that Ten of Cups too. Your DM wants your energy. Believe me, he's been feeling low lately. I can feel it, you know. And not just that, you know. So he needs your energy, and on top of that, some of them are ready to do this thing with you. But they're not coming towards you to sleep with you or to abuse you, you know, physically in some way. They're going to reach out to actually build something with you, and it will start by simply spending time with you. This here, he respects you, and I hope you heard it. That sense of victory for many people. I'll leave it here, you know, because these cards, they can speak to me like forever today. I can see this victory literally coming from many of you, and I know it's going to manifest here. Somebody will be in union, you know, and the future looks very good for you too, the ones that I'm speaking to. And believe me, you know, this thing here is going to catch you off guard, people. A little bit like you don't see this thing coming. But I can tell you, if you pay attention, you can feel it. And if you can feel it, that it's going to manifest, you know, the stuff that I'm telling you. And believe me, and I'm liking these energies here. Yes, God Almighty, please, you know, send them my way. And I can tell you, your DM is not doing good, you know, for the moment, whether you want to hear it or not. So let me go on. He's not. It's because of that connection between you two. It's a little bit like this here. It goes in duo only. If you, excuse me, if you remove one light, this thing here is nothing, people. It has to be two lights. Lets me know Divine Feminine is not doing too well either, you know. To me, maybe that's also my way of coping, you know. I keep myself like really busy for the moment. Not necessarily on purpose, but it's just what it is, you know, so I don't even have time to think about this guy. But I would understand, you know, if I was like, you know, if things were going a little bit like easier, yes, I would feel it, or I would feel some kind of way about it, you know. Yeah, this is a connection. So if your DM is feeling very low, you're feeling either really high or just as low as he is, you know. That solar plexus energy, I'm telling you, that's the energy that your DM is coming for. That and the heart chakra energy, the one in the middle, you know, the one that makes you feel like somebody really cares about you and you're not like in the spiritual world by yourself or in the 3D world with many, you know. That's the one he needs, the one that makes you feel alive, believe me. He cannot function without your warmth for the moment, and that's that. This I'm liking, but it's a little bit of a contradiction, people, but I will tell you. I'll tell you what I'm seeing here, because to me it's really clear. Do you see this choose wisely to begin with? That's where your DM keeps messing up, you know, and sooner than later, believe me, to that Empress and that crown energy, you won't be able to do anything for the guy. Literally, he's going to lose you if he keeps on, you know, going that way. And I can see it here, and I can even see it to the sacrifice here. Because I'll tell you the problem. The problem is that he's sacrificing you in the making, and he's sacrificing the one, you know, who's coming with this divine energy here. Let me tell you, this divine energy does not even care, you know, if you have genitals, let alone, you know, what you do with it, you know. This here is that direct, you know, connection to God, basically himself, you know, doing the stuff that he's doing. And I'll tell you why it's like a bit of a contradiction, you know, because you can see it here. I've had the feeling that some DMs, you know, are sacrificing themselves so that everybody can be happy throughout this holiday season. And I'm telling you, and my cards are jumpy today, and I'm telling you that he's like planning, let me just chill for a second. It is not the right time to just like mess up everything for everybody. I can have my DF, you know, later. I'm telling you, that's what he's thinking, you know, to himself. And in a funny way, that's how he empowers, you know, himself. But I can tell you, he better be careful, because literally this blessing that he's rejecting in you is a little bit like he's sacrificing the woman that God has for him, or like that godly type of energy. I'm telling you, your DM, he better start making like better decisions, because some of them will actually lose you. And I hope that you heard me, you know. In his mind, he can control, you know, the damage. I'm telling you, he cannot. Especially if you, Divine Feminine, are the ones, you know, paying the price for this thing here. No way. That's the energy that he's coming from, people, from what I explained to you, and the stuff trapped, you know, in the middle for him, meaning he thinks he can have some more time about this thing to actually make it right for you. And for him, that's his sense of power. I'm telling you, he better choose wisely, because he's sacrificing you with him, you know, to that situation. And if he doesn't pay attention, literally the best thing that has ever happened to him is going to leave, you know. And in the middle, I'll tell you, these energies, they keep coming, you know, for the ones who follow your DM does not even feel alive for the moment. Either really tired or like, you know, ready to go to the hospital type of situation. As long as he keeps like sacrificing you and that, like, you know, playing with that crown energy, because at the end of the day, divine feminines, you know, you are your DM's true blessing. As long as he does that, he's going to remain in this energy if you don't like exchange energies with him. It's literally, you're the only one he can do that with in this form here. So, you know, he feels really bad. He comes to you. He messes you up, and then he leaves with all the good stuff that you have gathered, you know, in the last month, until he feels depleted of your energy again, and then he'll come back. If you stop him, the message has been very clear lately. He will have no choice, you know, but to come closer to you for the right reason this time, because whether he wants to understand it or not, this connection ain't changing. The only thing he's got to do is to make like better choices, people, and stop always choosing the karmic or other situations over you. And I can see it here. Discover your life purpose. This card keeps coming back also in my readings. 4DM energy. So you can follow the stuff that I'm telling you. He doesn't even know who he is, you know. Believe me, without you, this woman, you know, sent down from heaven literally for this guy here, yeah, he will never know himself, because the karmic energy is not going to help him, you know, discover that. Do you see the patience that I'm trying to tell you? Your person is trying to buy time. But if you are in the right energy, this time concept is not going to work with you. I can tell you that, you know, because you're going to be like, really? You say, or you want me to believe that you love me, that you got somewhat of a divine love for me, and then you leave me all by myself. It doesn't work like that. Again, you know, for some of you don't make the choice because they don't want to. Others are into the type of situations that are a little bit harder. But if they were fair to you, to the woman, you know, literally that God has sent down here for them, they would make a better choice. They would spend their holiday season whatsoever by themselves, not to hurt you and not to hurt the karmic. Then you would understand, or something like that. But you give me nothing and you expect for me to think that you love me. It doesn't work that way, you know. So he's like, this time that he's trying to buy, you know. Let me see the next card, you know, because this discover your life purpose is a little bit like, you know, maybe he's right, but you know, oh no, he's not. No, he's not. Believe me. Because there's so many like positive cards here. If that's the only one, you know, that comes up, I know he's in the wrong, literally. You see that, people? You better have self-love, you know. I'll tell you what this here is, this combination. Your person wants for you to pay the price, to be literally the sacrifice, so he can take all the time in the world to discover who he truly is. And that by itself, you know, is wild or like madness. And I hope that you're hearing this, you know. You know, in the energy you got to be in is that of self-love, people. And I can see it here. This type of energy, I'm sorry I'm going back to that, you know, but some people, you understand, are born without even any lower anything, let alone, you know, have something there. It means you can really have a life on this earth and never be intimate with anybody. That wouldn't change, you know, your connection to the divine. That's how you guys have to think at this point, people. Like, you know what? I need nothing else but God, you know. Yeah, I need one last card from this deck. Because I want to know if like masculine energy comes up. Because if he leaves it like this, you're the winner. No matter what happens, people. And that's the truth. I need one more card. This here is God literally like, you know what? You know, yeah, you're right. Without, you know, you can live without him. All you need is me. And then this here comes up, you know. That's the truth. You know what? Some of you are advised to stay alone, people. And I cannot like stress that enough. To find, you know, a little bit like refuge in your own company. But that there is just for a little while, people. Believe me. And I hope that you heard the message. It doesn't have to be forever, but the way the energies are for the moment, if your DM doesn't come up with this new concept of love, let it be, people. And I hope that you heard me. Let me go on. Divine Feminine. I can feel your energy through that here. I'm telling you, people. You are a gift from God sent down here for this guy here. And I'm telling you, the most important relation of your life, relationship, if you want to call it like that, it's really not one, but it's, you know, something for another reading, is with God, people. And I can see it here, like, you know what, find to your divinity instead of like trying to think that you can help your DM with these type of energies here. At the end of the day, this is karma. So if you touch it, karma is going to be on to you too. It's a little bit like, you know, I can see it here, even to that Empress and the Divine Feminine. It's a little bit like, you know, literally spirit sending your person through hell for you. And you're like, oh, but you know, no. There are rules to this game here. These rules here. And they are like untouchable, people. Let go. It's not what it is. For him, it may be to let go of the karmic, because I can see and I can feel your strong energy here, and even to that hangman and like sacrifice, you know. But I'm telling you, it's that sword, you know, in this picture. Your DM has got to start making the right decision when it comes to you, otherwise he will lose you. You see that card, Remembrance, and the wind just like, you know, made my window, you know, make somewhat of funny noise as like confirmation. He should find himself in the energy of healing. And do you see that card, Remembrance? Let him have to go back to the past to experience you. That's going to help him heal. Believe me. This Remembrance card here is telling me, do not give your DM your healing energy indirectly. Believe it. Let him, you know, have to go to the past to get that energy. The one that you've already given to him. But if you share energies with him now and he's not fully ready for this connection and this new love with you, like let's build something new, believe me, people, let it go. He's coming to steal your energy from you. And if you pay attention as to, you know, what's been going on already, you would know that he's already done that in the past, you know. And that Union card here, I hope you're hearing the stuff that I'm telling you, because this here, and I know it to that card like manifestation, but it's already under. Is like a little bit the blueprint as to how you can manifest this thing here. Believe me. It's like, you know, the energies, they're really funny for the moment, and I don't know if you can feel them, but you know me, I'm a true Queen of Cups, so yeah, I can feel it. You know, it's a little bit like now I don't even need the cards anymore, at least when it comes to the general energy around DMs. This here, I'll tell you what it is. It's a little bit that idea that each of you have to find like union within before you can be together again. I know it, you know. Your DM, he's got to change for most of you. I can tell you, I can feel a small portions, you know, of DMs who are actually in this energy here. They have insight, they found to their soul, sorry, and they can see the light, you know, and they are also awakened. The other one, they still have to awaken, people. And I can tell you when you would know that is when this guy is literally ready to give to you or to share with you, you know, this like love here. Anything else before? This bomb here is going to explode on you, people, and I hope that you heard me. One more card. Inward revolution. To this like transformation and awakening. It's clear, people. I can see myself here. I've been trying to tell you, you know. Let your DM feel this energy here, otherwise it's going to come onto you and then you're the one who's going to be hurt. And I can see this communication coming your way. I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. No, I'm sorry, you know, I'm mistaken. This communication coming for some of you. Because the man wants your energy, I keep trying to tell you. Like a junkie at this point, believe me. You're good enough. That's what your DM tells himself, people. Believe me. He cannot feel himself for the moment, so he finds, you know, a little bit of ways to boost himself a little bit. And at this point here, he's feeling so low that it's not even about you being good enough. This here is about him being good enough, you know. It's that karma on him that's doing this to him. You should pray for your DM. You're very close to achieving your goal. I can tell you one way or the other. Either he's going to come into union with you, or I can tell you for some of you, he'll just have your warmth and your energy, and then, you know, he'll be on his way again. But one of those two things is coming fast. For enough of us, people, for many of us. A new start is coming. I know it. I can feel it. You see that? Nothing will come of this situation, believe me, people. You managed to make the right choice for the moment and stop, you know, like sacrificing or accepting that somebody would sacrifice you over the choices that they've made. You will have like two scenarios. Your union on one side, and then this new start as to this new love coming, or nothing will come of the situation on the other side, and then you just have like somebody sleeping with you and leaving you. And I hope that you heard me. On one side, nothing comes off of this situation. On another side, you know, you can start this thing with him actually. Choose wisely, people. Adjustments are required. It may be far-fetched, you know, for some people, but to me that's the same idea as to, you know what, choose wisely. That's what I see in this card, nothing else today. Have faith in your dreams. That's what your DM keeps telling himself, you know. I'm telling you, he is hopeful. He is hopeful that you guys would see each other again. because he doesn't want to lose you. You know, he keeps saying that. Let me go on. Work through your fears. It's not necessarily just fears, people. It's more that negative energy that's like a little bit of that Scorpio energy onto him. And prosperity lies ahead. That's for him, people. Like, you know what? If he chooses wisely, and if he's willing to sacrifice himself actually to this type of energy here, you better believe that prosperity lies ahead of this guy here. And I'm sorry, you know, I'm a little far away because I can feel some things, you know. You know, people, I need one last card. If it's like surrender to the divine or something like this. I know this thing is like coming really fast for some of you. That's what I'm feeling, people. But there's a card. Yeah, this like a new start is coming. I don't know. It speaks to me in a very strong way, people. Let me... one more card. Your dreams need a practical plan. That's what you gotta tell yourself, and that's what your DM has to tell yourself. There's something that I'm feeling, but I cannot make sense of it yet. And I know why. It's because, you know what, like at this point here, somebody's tapping in through the true energy. But until then, you know, until we figure it all out, this reading is going to resonate even more with you. If you are a Taurus, a Virgo, a Scorpio, and that should be that, people. There's something else here. But this reading has a second part. That's all I can tell you. We need to just like digest this one here first, you know. Patience. I know it, you know. I know it. This here is not the patience this guy is trying to put onto you for nothing, making you literally a living sacrifice and leaving you by yourself, just because he does not want to accept upset the karmic, or like, you know, to shake the stuff that they've had together. This is like patience, you know. I'm going to unfold this thing for you. But you need to hear this one here first, and I hope that it makes sense to you. I still have like 2 readings to give out. You would know your names, you know, before Christmas, and then, you know, you know, it's like another cycle. But don't worry, guys. I told you within 14 days, and I told you, you know, I'm going to do that for you. I don't play with people. Just understand, if I don't come to your reading yet, if other people were before you, it's because it wasn't time for you yet. Just that, for the cards to speak to you, meaning some energies are still like active around you, believe me. And just, you know, wait for your turn, because anybody else, you know, has totally resonated with me. So, you know, I have not forgotten you. 2 readings, you know, I still got you, and you know who you are. So that's, people, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I'll be back for part 2, maybe before Christmas, shortly after. And yeah, please don't forget to donate to the Empress and her family if you have it in you, or if you do have it, simply if you want to share it, you know. Yeah, you can also find the links to the donations to my channel, and for like for bookings, for private readings, everything is in the description box. Have a nice one, everybody. Take care of yourself, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.